Hi guys, it's me, Sarah. I'm going to be doing a review of Skyn's Iceland solution for stressed skin. It's supposed to help clear away clogged pores and breakouts, help address flakiness in your skin. It's called the Nordic Skin Peel with Alpha Beta Complex. Yeah. This is basically what the box looks like. I purchased this from VictoriaSecret.com. I don't know if they still have it available. They have some products available on Sephora, but I don't believe this is one of them. They could have added it by now, but I can't remember. They had a couple of other products that were not the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and open this so I can give you the gist of what it's about, or what it looks like. It basically comes in a tub. It looks like this. And I don't know if you can see inside the tub because it's pretty much clear, but basically it's like these pre-treated pads that are moistened with whatever solution they have in there to help exfoliate your skin. So basically the gist is that it's supposed to tone, clear out your, like an astringent, clear out your pores and help exfoliate your skin so that you don't have any flakiness or anything like that. I started using this from winter, spring, like in that time, so it's been several months since I've used it, but I just haven't gotten a chance to go ahead and review it yet. I used this for how long? I may have used this for about 3 weeks. And this actually made me break out, unfortunately. I don't know if it was clearing out whatever bacteria I had underneath my skin and all my layers of dermis and all of that before it could completely clear out my skin or what the problem was, but honestly, I hate hearing that as an excuse for skin cleansing products. I'm not saying that personally, that's just a personal opinion of mine. To me, it's not worth it to go through the stress of having all these breakouts, because then when I stress out, I tend to break out. So if I'm already stressing out about my breakouts, I'm going to break out even more just from hormonal issues. So that to me is just not worth it. I know there are lots of people that just want their skin completely clear, and to them it's not a big deal, and that's fine. If that's how you feel, then maybe this is a product for you. For me, however, I'm just not a fan of that solution. I mean, I'm not saying that I want bacteria in my skin, but I would rather take care of it topically and cosmetically look okay, as opposed to going through the pain, seeing the physical, I don't know, cleansing of my skin and having to, you know, cover it up or going through all of that in order to get clear skin, just because for me, like I said, I stress out when I break out, and I break out even more when I'm stressed, so that just makes it even worse. So I think it really just depends on what kind of breakouts you have, what causes your breakouts. If you don't have stress-induced breakouts, then maybe it's not a problem for you. But yeah, when I stress out, it's really bad. So I try to be as cool, calm, and collected as possible. I don't always succeed. I rarely succeed. But yeah, that's just a personal preference of mine, just because I know what my skin does and why it does it when I break out, what's going on. I can typically pinpoint what the problem is, because I can link it back to an event that may have caused the breakout to occur, or I can link it back to when I started using a new product and realize, okay, this product isn't good for me. And unfortunately, that was the case with this. I don't remember if this has any good reviews. However, I will say on Sephora.com in particular, several of the brand's products only has like 3 stars or 2 stars or something like that. So not really like great reviews for the brand in general. I'm not saying that reflects this product in particular. I'm just saying I don't know if maybe it's not geared towards the right skin types, maybe, or what the problem is, or maybe people in Iceland tend to suffer from the same type of skin care issues. And to be perfectly honest, I don't even know if this is really from Iceland or if it just says that because it sounds really cool. Because for me personally, I know it sounds really stupid, but that's part of why I purchased it. I was like, oh, well, you know, my skin is really flaky in the winter, and I'd like to clear some of that up, and I'm sure somebody who's in Iceland would know something about that if this was developed in Iceland, right? So, I don't know, like, I feel like that made it have more of a claim in my head, and it sounds so stupid, but it's a really good marketing ploy if that's the case, and it really is, like, developed somewhere in the U.S. or something like that. I don't know. I'm not saying that's the case, it's just in my head, that's how I feel. Like, I just feel like for some reason that they would know more being from a place where they probably have not humid weather. Yeah, drier weather or drier air. Anyhow, so I will say that the pads, when you first put them on, kind of make your skin tingle and sting a little bit because obviously it's medicated. It does have a little bit of like a menthol effect where it's got like some kind of cooling effect, but it could just be because of the fluid that's on your skin that's like drying out. When I was breaking out, they came in like, they weren't anything bad. Like it wasn't too terrible. It was obviously enough for me to notice and to realize that I needed to stop using it because it wasn't doing great things for my skin. I'm not a fan of the product. I'll just be perfectly honest. In general, I'm not a huge fan of the product. I love the concept. I love the idea that the pads are pre-medicated. I don't know if the chemicals in it were a problem for my skin or really what the deal was. I will say that I do think that this actually did kind of exfoliate well. I just don't know how effective it was in clearing out my pores. So that already kind of poses a question for me and a concern for me. Honestly, I wouldn't suggest anybody use this, but I think it really just depends on what the problem is. If you really do have dry skin and you really like exfoliating because you have flaking and stuff like that, I suggest that if you decide to use this, you follow up with a really good moisturizer. That's just my opinion. If you don't have acne-prone skin, this may be something that's good for you if you just want to go ahead and maintain. But if you do have acne-prone skin, I would steer clear of it. Everybody's skin is different, but it really just did not do very good things for my skin. I hate saying when products cause my skin to break out because I feel like there are so many other factors that could be causing it as well. But when you notice from the moment you stop using this that your skin clears up, or a product, not just this, but any product in general, that your skin clears up and you started breaking out when you started using that product, it's pretty evident that it's the product that's causing your breakout. So it's really depressing, and I don't know. It's very upsetting and disappointing, especially since this wasn't cheap. I believe I purchased this for about $40, so it wasn't like it was inexpensive. I'll go ahead and post down the link for Victoria's Secret's website with this product in mind down below, so you can go ahead and check it out. I don't know if this answered any questions. I'm basically just talking about my experience rather than reviewing it. I guess I talked a little bit about what it does, how it feels on your skin. I don't know if I talked about any of the chemicals in here. It's definitely not vegan, that's for sure, because it does have a lot of chemicals in it. It says here, after cleansing your skin, smooth a pad over the entire face once daily or 3 to 5 times a week for sensitive skin. I will say that I did use this maybe initially twice a week, and then I bumped it up to about 3 times a week, and that was doing pretty well for me for like the first 2 weeks. And like I said, I do think that it kind of like smoothed out the parts of my skin that weren't bumpy, but the breakouts that I were getting, they were like pretty severely red. It was really obvious. Like covering them up actually it was kind of hard having to cover them up because they were that red. And what else does it say here? It's supposed to be a one-step, easy-to-use pad for exfoliating. It's got lactic acid in it and alpha-hydroxy acid and papaya extract, which is used to exfoliate and reveal fresh skin with willow bark, beta-hydroxy acid, and natural antibacterials help keep pores squeaky clean. It's supposed to have other things in it too. So here's the thing. Maybe I think part of the problem is it may have too many products in it. So it's got something that's going to help clear out your skin and resurface your skin. Then it's got stuff that's going to clear out your pores, and then it's got stuff that's going to moisturize your skin as it's doing all of that. Doesn't that just seem kind of counterintuitive? So are you really just moisturizing your skin as you're clearing it? So basically you're filling up your pores as you're cleaning them out? I don't really know. Maybe that doesn't make any sense, and maybe that's not really what happened, but it just seems a little crazy to have that much going on. It just, to me, seems like you would probably benefit more from doing one step at a time as opposed to doing it all in one step. So I don't know if that's why it didn't work for me. Maybe it was just too much, and I'm used to like the proactive system where I have each thing doing one job, and I do it step by step by step, and then it just does its job because I've cleansed my skin, I've toned my skin, and now I'm treating whatever bits need to be treated afterwards. So I don't really know what the deal is with this. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's just too many steps in one thing. It was a very ambitious product. I had high hopes for it, and unfortunately it didn't work out for me. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns about the product, please go ahead and comment down below, or you can mail message me on YouTube. I'm more than happy to answer your questions, anything like that, so I'll get back to you as soon as I can if you have anything that you want to talk about, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.